My name is Skoolz. I am a songwriter, foremost, artist developer, and artist. I've been recording for 20 years. I recorded my first song when I was 14. I have an older brother that actually introduced me to the recording game, but my life has always been deeply immersed in music. I've been playing saxophone, alto, and soprano saxophone since third grade, and also pursuing that actually got me a college scholarship. So music is always a big part of my life. It took quite a journey. I got my first song on the radio here on 95.7 Jams when I was 15. And I ran a club. I had a label, Black Sheep Entertainment. We was running a high note down on the south side. And after going through all that, I had that local celebrity status. And I noticed that local celebrity status don't get you paid. So I actually left. I had moved. I had been living in Birmingham for 11 years now. But after everything went down the way it did, it really taught me a lesson. I mean, a life lesson. And in order for me to take take music seriously, I got to put myself in a financial situation to be able to live comfortably and pursue it in a real way. And at the time, I wasn't. So I took a 5-year hiatus and I went on the road. I left home. Took my very first contract, robotics contract in Kentucky, and I took 5 years off of music. And I was moving up the corporate ladder and doing well in my career, but I was really unhappy because I had that void. And I was actually in Kansas City, and I called my mom one day, and I was like, "Mom, I'm so unhappy. I'm making all this money. I'm doing great. I'm moving up the corporate ladder, but why am I so unhappy?" And she said, "Son, the reason why you left it's because you wanted to put yourself in a financial position to pursue your music. It's been 5 years. When is the last time you wrote a song?" That day, that's when I decided to take it serious. And I took a contract in Detroit, and I met this amazing recording engineer, and he recorded my album Chameleon that I dropped in 2020. And ever since then, yeah. I mean, obviously is what I love, but now that I'm in a financial situation to where I can do it and then live how I want to live, it's everything. Developing as an artist is similar. It is the exact same as developing as a human being, as a person, as a man or a woman or whatnot. I developed my sound over time. I always sing and rap before Drake, before it was popular, and they always told me that I had to choose one of the two, but I never did. I always do both, and my sound is gonna be, I would say it has a bit of consciousness because I do like rapping about relevant things and things that's gonna help the Black community, but at the same time, I like to party, I like to travel, I'm still human. So my sound is kind of, it's hard to pinpoint, and I love that because it's not something that you're gonna be able to emulate or imitate. I want people to know that I'm the best songwriter in the world, and I want to write for all these major artists out here. Primarily the singers, but rapping too. But me sitting down, listening to a beat, writing is when I'm always 1000, but that's my authentic self. So I want people to know that I'm the best songwriter, and you're gonna know it. If you don't know it now, you're gonna know it soon. That work-life balance is a struggle all the time. Especially, like I told you, I have my own LLC or my own company. I'm a traveling robotics engineer. And I've been in 22 states in the last 10 years, and I primarily work in the automotive manufacturing industry. And being a contractor, you have to work crazy hours, 12, 13 hours consecutively. Like, there have been a 6-month span that I had no day off. So it's really hard to be able to balance it, but when I have a portable studio that hopefully we'll be to see later, and I take it with me. But even after working 12, 13 hours, I get off, and I still got the energy to write and record, because when you love something, it's not work. But being able to post and do interviews like this and be able to stay active on social media is always a big obstacle for me, because after working 12, 13 hours, you don't got that in you. And trying to stay relevant on social media is my biggest work-life balance. So yeah, it is difficult, but obviously it's not impossible because I'm right here with you, aren't I? Like, my ideal artist to work with right now would probably be Doja Cat. Doja Cat, Chris Brown. These are artists that I really admire, and I would love to write songs. When I say work with them, I mean write songs for them. Of course, I would be down for a collaboration too, but I would love to write for artists like that. You can find me everywhere. My IG is YUNGSKCEO. My YouTube is YUNGSKOOLZBSE, Black Sheep Entertainment. That label I said I was running with back then, I never changed the email. You can find me on YouTube there. Facebook, I got the YUNGSKCEO fan page. Twitter, YSKOOLZBSE1 on Twitter. I have 4 projects on all streaming platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can find me. You just put in Young Skoolz and you'll see I have 4 projects. Chameleon that I recorded in Detroit that we just talked about a few years back. Then I also have, right after that I did Royalty, right after that I did Monopoly, and after that I did My Life Soundtrack, which is my latest project that I just released last October. And yeah, you can find me on all streaming platforms. The email is YSKOOLZBSE@gmail. And I do want to shout out the artist that I'm working with now. Her name's Nova. She's here in Bessemer, and she's an amazing singer, and she brings my songs to life. And I have 2 artists in Austin, Texas. One of them is Derek, the other one's Nigel. We'll talk more about them later. I want people to know that regardless of where you are in your life and what you're doing, if you do have a goal and dreams, don't stop. Don't stop pursuing them. Don't listen to the naysayers, because if they got time to be hating on you, that means they ain't got no business. Keep on doing what you're doing. Strive to be a better version than you were yesterday, and keep your eyes on the prize. As long as you do that, I think things will work out. They may be a little naive and optimistic, but in the life we live in the world we living in, you need a certain level of optimism, and you can reach your dreams. And watch, I'm gonna prove it to you. I'll be living proof. I'll trailblaze for